I think we sort of said it some years ago when we had a retreat. We wanted to be recognized as a public sector and private sector firm that appeals to the entrepreneur, the risk taker, or the public sector clients.
Few words to describe Loopstra Nixon. For me, it would be passionate,
respected,
quality,
a meritocracy,
professional,
client-focused,
synergy, from top management right down to everyone that works here. The common goal is to ensure that our client needs are met, and we have legal professionals that are experts in their particular field that could service the clients 100%.
We managed to keep client needs at the forefront of Loopstra Nixon by building deep relationships and spending a lot of time trying to understand the businesses themselves, trying to understand what's strategically important to them, and building that relationship over a number of years and making sure that everyone interacting with that file has an understanding of the management team and what their goals are. And I think that's one of the ways in which we manage to build long-term relationships and differentiate ourselves from other service providers in the market.
The genesis of this firm goes back to a Christmas party in the Christmas of 1971. We were invited in the hopes that we might meet each other.
At the time, Chuck was a lawyer at another firm, had been litigating for about 5 years, and convinced Sandy to forego a number of offers to go downtown to come join this small firm.
He and I were both at the same firm in Toronto here, and when I asked to become a partner, one of the partners said, "You'll never become a partner. You're just not partnership material."
He was having this critical meeting to determine whether he was going to become a partner or not.
A very flustered, very young Chuck Loopstra goes into his office and
Slammed the door and said, "They just told me I'm not partnership material. I'm out of here. Are you coming?"
so much like Jerry Maguire, Sandy and Chuck decide to start their firm.
I think I made him wait 30 seconds or so before I gave him the answer, but
It was actually 11, I remember distinctly.
we decided to leave and established our firm on June the 1st of 1973.
Back in those days, you didn't go out and solicit clients. I didn't even send out a notice to the clients. Just clients started phoning me and saying, "Hey, I hear you're not there anymore, and we want to come with you." And we were rolling from day one.
Chuck brought the two largest clients along with 120 active files. But on the very first day we opened, we actually closed a deal, and was a perfect way to launch what we thought was going to be a good corporate commercial practice from the beginning.
Who would have thought that you'd be here 50 years later with both of them still actively involved in the firm and 75 lawyers walking around this place.
You're looking at probably the first articling student or one of the first articling students of Loopstra Nixon. I came out fresh out of law school in 1977. And when I came to Rexdale and I met Sandy and Chuck, they were two young, energetic lawyers. From the moment I stepped through the door, I went, I want to be part of this. I knew that they had the drive and the ambition to be able to take it to the next level. I wanted to be part of something that I knew would grow.
I wanted to be a partner in the law firm because I wanted to be part of the growth of a law firm, and that's really how we approach things, and always took a lot of risks, including building this building.
In the 1980s, they had the courage to partner with a client of theirs to end up, building what was a large office complex out here in suburban Toronto.
And we took the whole top floor right away, spent over $1 million on leasehold improvements, and made a huge impression on our clients that we were a long-term here to stay business competing with the downtown firms.
And I think that was, sort of a testament to what our culture was at the time and continues to be. we're surrounded by lawyers that want to take risks, that want to build businesses, whether it's building our own firm or whether it's helping our clients build businesses. And I think that the entrepreneurial ventures in those early years that our founding partners took on sort of set the tone for what we were going to be as a firm. We were going to be entrepreneurial, and we were going to take risks, and we were going to do things that were unique, and we were going to be willing to do things that are a bit outside the box.
No matter what the issue is that I'm facing, I always have somebody that I can call, and there's so much expertise. I'm always going to get a really interesting perspective and a unique perspective that I'm not going to get necessarily somewhere else, and I really value that. I have a true strategic partner, and I feel that with everybody at the firm, that there's just this really wonderful entrepreneurial nature to all the lawyers and everybody that we interact with that has really helped us with our business.
You are what your clients are in a way, really, because you're representing them, right? So we like to identify with clients who have integrity, and that's, I think, is a good word to describe our firm as well. I think we have integrity.
I would say that Loopstra Nixon has achieved a great deal of success, and rightly so, because that's been done through hard work and a high skill set. But most importantly, I think they project a character, which I admire greatly.
To be successful at this firm, lawyers have to be both great lawyers in terms of their legal skills, but also good business people, because we're in the mid-market, and that's typically the type of client that we have. And that type of profile is really what we instill here and we foster here, and you can see it through all the levels of the lawyers that we have.
We've had tremendous staff support, and that makes a huge difference to the success of the firm. I've only really had 3 assistants in those 50 years.
The early staff that were here and helped us grow the firm, almost without exception, they were here until they decided to retire, or in some cases, they're still here.
I started May 4th, 1981, and I'm still working here.
I retired at the end of December, but I had been with the firm altogether just over 40 years.
I've been here for 40 years.
I started March 16th, 1976, and I retired in 2018. I know one of the girls that had just started when I had been here 25 years, and she said, "Bonham, I didn't even know you," and I cried because I thought, wow, this woman's been here already for 25 years, and I've just started. I hope that'll be me. So, you know.
And she's hit 22.
And she has.
Herself.
Having staff that have been with you that length of time, the clients know the staff, and the clients respect the staff. And the clients love to draw on their expertise and their experience in terms of, you know, helping them with everyday problems. And they have confidence in the staff, and that certainly reflects on the quality of the product that we put out.
When you have a good team, you want to come to work every day, and when you want to come to work every day, you can put on your best for your clients, and I think that's a reason that we're so responsive and attentive, and we can give our best to all of our clients.
I think a perfect word to describe Loopstra Nixon would be ageless.
The opportunities that they've given me, the friendships that we've made.
Friendships we've made. Now I'm going to get emotional.
Oh, don't start.
I know. The friendships we've made, who I consider family. If it wasn't so friendly and so welcoming, we would have left a long time ago. I joke that it was, why are you still here? Yeah, because it was close to my house and I could go home for lunch kind of thing. But really, it's the firm itself has kept us here.
Of all the things Loopstra Nixon gave me, which I'm grateful for my paychecks for many years, but it's the friendships that I forged while I was here.
It is home. I could not imagine myself staying anywhere for this amount of time if it wasn't my work home, so to speak.
Reliability.
Scrappy.
Innovative.
Constant willingness to adapt, to better serve our clients, and to provide a supportive environment for our team members.
Well, I've just got one word to describe Loopstra Nixon, and it'd be growing.
Growth. We've kind of like grown together, and they've been always able to meet our needs.
It's exponential growth, to be honest.
From our office in Etobicoke, we've grown to now having 4 offices across Southern Ontario and 2 satellite offices in the United States.
It's been an incredible time for us in terms of the growth story, with the addition of Daniel Steinberg and Aaron Platt in the Municipal and Planning Department.
Maurice Fleming, a great financial services lawyer, a great insolvency lawyer. He's been a Bay Street institution for many, many, many years.
The addition of Phage and the Rocky building out our owner-managed business practice. And then finally, the addition of the lawyers from McDonald Sager building what is one of the strongest banking practices in the city. It's an incredibly exciting time, and this is going to be transformational for the Loopstra Nixon story. The combined firm going forward with all of these new resources is going to make a significant impact on the legal industry, and I think just be a great thing for everybody involved.
When I look at the new partners coming in who are increasingly creating more dynamics in their practice,
The type of law that we practice,
the kinds of engagements we're getting, the kind of deals we're doing,
the different offices that we have. Looking back to the late 1970s, it was sort of hard to imagine that we would be here today.
it's amazing to me. It's simply amazing.
When we put our mind to a plan and decide to execute on it, there's nothing we can't do.
Where we've grown to today and how dynamic that is, I mean, that's an incredible amount of pride that I have in what we've accomplished. And that goes right across the board, from the lawyers to our support staff, many of whom have been with us for a long part of that journey.
This firm, I think, could be one of the top firms in the province, in the country, and beyond. With the talent that we have right now, it's nothing but upside.
50 years is a huge celebration, but the next 50 years are going to continue to evolve and grow, and see Loopstra Nixon being one of the leading firms across Canada.
If you think of the last 50 and where we're going to go, the sky's the limit for this firm.
50 years, I think, does mean a lot. I mean, a half a century when you think about it.
He was 30, Chuck was 30, and I was only 25. And otherwise, we wouldn't have made it to 50.
Well, I may still be here at 90, Sandy.
Maybe so.